next is stuffing. To stuff or not to stuff.
Yeah, so we were totally talking about stuffing and how you don't want to stuff with a dry brine because if you're sitting the bird in the fridge for 2 to 3 days, you don't want that stuffing sitting in there as well, collecting whatever it'll collect.
And you need to stuff before you truss, and you need to truss before you start the dry brine, so that's why stuffing and dry brining doesn't go together.
So, but if you're doing it, if you're not doing that, if you're doing a regular brine or if your turkey is already pre-brined, you could stuff the bird, but I actually don't do that. I make dressing, which is stuffing on the side. I don't know what you do.
Yeah, I agree with you. I prefer to have my stuffing as dressing, which means I put it in a casserole dish, and it's very easy to go straight from, I can prepare it the day before, it can go straight from the fridge to the oven. Come into room temperature first, of course, and I can put it in a pretty dish like this and take it right from the oven to the table, and it's good to go. And the plus of that is not only that I can have it done in advance and it goes straight from oven to table, but also it gets kind of nice and crispy on top.
I love that. I love the little crispy, crunchy parts.
Yeah, so you get a little texture that you don't get when it's inside the bird, and you just don't have that last minute fussing of digging it all out.
Though I know people who actually stuff the bird, and they love that because you have the juices of the bird going into the stuffing and giving it extra flavor.
Yeah, so you do have that kind of poultry flavor in your stuffing.
So I think either way, however you want to do it.
Yeah, and now one other drawback about stuffing the bird that we didn't talk about is just that if you do stuff the bird, you have to cook it until the very internal temperature of the stuffing gets all the way up to temp. So sometimes that can mean that the rest of the bird might be a little overcooked compared to if there was no stuffing in there.
It's slower as well. Once you stuff stuff in there, it takes longer to roast. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, good. But all good, to stuff, to not to stuff, all these things are just individual, not things to stress or worry about. It's still as simple as roasting a turkey.
Yep.
Okay.